Have you ever sat across the dinner table from a man and wondered what is truly going on in his heart? At our stage of life, we have heard all the beautiful words before. We know that talk is cheap, but a man's actions, his actions never lie. In my 20 years as a counselor, I have seen that when a man is truly, deeply committed, he begins to act differently. He stops playing games. He lets down his guard. Today, I am going to share 12 specific things a man does only for the woman he truly loves. These are not grand, expensive gestures. They are the quiet, consistent choices that prove you are his entire world. If you want to know if he's really in this for the long haul, then you need to hear these signs. Let us begin. 1. He listens to you with his full presence. Now let's talk about the first sign. It is something so simple, yet so rare. He listens, and I don't just mean he hears the sound of your voice. I mean he truly listens with his whole heart. We have all been there, haven't we? You are talking about your day, and he is just nodding while his eyes are glued to the television or his phone. But when a man is deeply in love, especially as we get older, that remote goes down. The phone stays face down on the table. He looks at you. He sees you. To him, your words are not just noise. They are a map. He wants to learn every single corner of your mind. He remembers the little things, the tiny things. Maybe you mentioned just in passing that you prefer sourdough bread over rye, or perhaps you told a story about a coworker who's making things difficult at the office. Then, a week later, or maybe a month later, he brings it up. He asks how that situation turned out. Or he surprises you by bringing home that specific bread you like, just because it was on his mind. He didn't do it because he had to. He did it because he was paying attention. In a world that is always so loud and so busy, having a man who gives you his full presence is a gift. It shows that your inner world, your thoughts, your worries, and your joys are the most important things to him. He isn't just nodding along to be polite. He is absorbing your heart. And that, my dear, is a very clear sign of a man who is truly, deeply invested in you. 2. He exhibits genuine emotional vulnerability. The second sign is something very special, and sometimes it can be a bit quiet. He shows you his true self. He becomes vulnerable. You see, for most men of our generation, they were taught from a very young age to be the rock. They were told to be stoic, to be tough. They were told that showing any kind of fear or sadness was a sign of weakness. So they built a wall, a thick, heavy wall to protect themselves from the world. But when a man truly loves a woman, that wall starts to come down, one brick at a time. With you, he finally feels safe enough to lower his guard. He doesn't feel the need to always be the hero or the man who has all the answers. He might tell you about a mistake he made at work 20 years ago that still keeps him up at night. He might share his worries about the future, or his health, or his family. This is a profound act of trust. He is handing you the keys to his heart and saying, "I trust you not to break this." He doesn't retreat into a man cave when things get heavy. Instead, he reaches for your hand. He looks for your comfort. He isn't looking to show you a highlight reel of his life. He wants you to see the real man, the honest man, even the parts that aren't perfect. When he shares his insecurities with you, please understand how big a deal that is. It means he sees you as his partner in everything. He isn't just looking for someone to have dinner with. He is looking for a safe harbor, and he has found that harbor in you. This kind of openness is a rare treasure. It is the foundation of a love that can truly last a lifetime. 3. He prioritizes your needs and happiness. Now, let's move on to the third sign. It is a word we don't hear much these days: selflessness. You see, a man who truly loves you understands that a relationship is not a competition. It is a partnership. He realizes that for the two of you to be happy, You must be happy. Think about those small moments on a Saturday morning. Maybe he had a whole plan to work on his car, or perhaps he wanted to watch the big game on TV. But then he sees that you are feeling a bit overwhelmed. Maybe the garden needs weeding, or perhaps you've been wanting to visit your sister across town. Without making a fuss, he sets his own plans aside. He does this because seeing the light in your eyes is more important to him than his own hobbies. It is not that he's losing himself. No, not at all. It is that he's finding a new kind of joy. He is finding joy in your joy. He might spend hours helping you finish a project around the house, simply because he knows it will give you peace of mind. He chooses you. He really, truly chooses you. When a man is in love, your comfort becomes his priority. Your smile becomes his reward. It is a beautiful, quiet way of saying, "You are the most important person in my life." It's about those little sacrifices that build a bridge of trust over the years. 4. He includes you in big life decisions. The fourth sign is all about the future, specifically, a future together. In the early days of a romance, a man is like a lone captain of his own ship. He might decide to buy a new truck, or change his career path, or even move to a different city without asking anyone's opinion. But when a man has given his heart to you, everything changes. His I becomes we. He no longer sees his life as a solo journey. He sees it as a shared adventure. If he is thinking about a promotion at work, or perhaps he is considering how to handle the retirement funds, he doesn't just make a choice and tell you later. No, he comes to you first. He seeks your counsel. He asks for your perspective because he values your wisdom. He understands that a big change for him is a big change for you too. He cannot imagine a tomorrow that doesn't have you right there by his side. By asking for your input, he is telling you that you are his equal. You are his partner. You are a permanent fixture in his world. When he says, "Honey, what do you think about this?" he is really saying that your happiness is a requirement for his success. He wants you to be happy with the life you are building together. He isn't just making a living. He is making a life with you. And in that life, your voice is the one that matters most. 5. He protects your peace and your reputation. Let's talk about something that goes much deeper than just physical safety. I am talking about a man who protects your peace, and he protects your name. You see, when a man truly loves you, he becomes your biggest champion, especially when you are not in the room. Think about those family gatherings, maybe a holiday dinner or a backyard barbecue with old friends. If someone says something unkind about you, or if a relative makes a sharp comment, he doesn't just sit there in silence. He doesn't look at his shoes and hopes the moment passes. No, he speaks up. He does it firmly, but with grace. He makes it very clear to everyone that he will not tolerate any disrespect toward the woman he loves. It doesn't matter if it is his best friend from high school or even his own mother. You are his priority. He guards your reputation as if it were his own. But I want us to be very clear on one thing. There is a big difference between protection and control. A loving man protects your peace of mind. He wants you to feel safe and respected. On the other hand, a man who is acting out of ego might try to control you. He might try to tell you who you can talk to, or try to isolate you from your friends. That is not love. That is something else entirely. True love is about standing in front of you when the world is harsh, and standing right beside you when you need a hand to hold. It is about knowing that no matter what happens, he has your back. He cherishes you, he honors you, and he makes sure the rest of the world does the same. 6. He fights for the relationship, not against you. Now, we all know that life is not always sunshine and roses. Every couple is going to have disagreements. It is just a part of being human. But when a man is truly, deeply in love, the way he handles a conflict changes everything. You see, He doesn't fight to win. He isn't interested in being right if it means making you feel wrong. He realizes that in a relationship, if one person wins an argument, the relationship actually loses. Instead, he fights for the bond between you. He is willing to put his pride in his pocket. He is willing to say those two very difficult words, "I am sorry." He says them because he values your heart more than his own ego. I once knew a man who, in the middle of a very heated discussion with his wife, simply stopped. He took a deep breath. He looked her in the eyes and said, "Honey, I am very frustrated right now, but I love you more than this problem. I want us to fix this." That is the mark of a real man. He doesn't use hurtful words to tear you down. He doesn't shut down and give you the silent treatment for days. He stays in the room. He works through the messy parts of life. He doesn't look for an exit when things get tough. He looks for a solution. He knows that a long-term partnership takes work. It takes patience, and it takes a whole lot of forgiveness. If he is willing to do that work, if he is willing to meet you halfway with an open heart, then you know his love is the real deal. He isn't just there for the easy days. He is there for all the days, regardless of how hard they might get. 7. He brags about you to the world. Let's move on to the 7th sign. This one always brings a smile to my face. It's about how he talks about you when the world is watching. You see, when a man is truly, deeply proud to be with you, he simply cannot keep it a secret. He wants everyone to know. He wants his friends, his neighbors, and his coworkers to understand just how lucky he is. This isn't about him being flashy or showy. It is about genuine admiration. Imagine you are at a neighborhood get-together or maybe a Sunday dinner with the family. You might be in the kitchen, but you can hear him in the living room. He's telling someone about that project you finally finished or how you handled a tough situation at work. You can almost hear the sparkle in his eye through his voice. He says things like, "You should have seen her today. She was just incredible." He repeats it because he means it. He is proud. He is so proud to have you by his side. By speaking highly of you to others, he is sending a clear message. He is telling the world that he is off the market. He is telling everyone that you are the most significant person in his life. This public kind of love is a beautiful sign of security. He doesn't feel the need to hide his feelings to look cool or independent. Instead, he finds his strength in his connection to you. He sees your success as his success. He sees your light, and he wants everyone else to see it too. 8. He notices the small shifts in your mood. Now, point number 8 is a bit quieter. It is subtle. It is about a deep, emotional connection. I like to call it being attuned. When a man loves you for a long time, he begins to learn your weather. He knows when the sun is out, and he knows when a storm is brewing, even before you say a single word. He notices the small things. He hears the tiny change in the way you say hello when you answer the phone. He sees the way you carry your shoulders when you walk through the front door after a long day. He knows that look in your eyes that means you're tired, or worried, or just need a little bit of peace. And here is the most important part. He acts on that knowledge. He doesn't wait for you to ask for help. He doesn't wait for you to break down before he steps in. Maybe he has a fresh cup of coffee waiting for you because he knows you had a rough morning. Or perhaps he suggests a quiet evening at home because he can tell you are socially exhausted. He might just walk up and give you a long hug, right when you needed it most. He does these things because he is invested. He is emotionally present. He is paying attention to your heart. It shows a level of care that goes far beyond just getting along. It shows that he is your partner in the truest sense of the word. He wants to be your support system. He wants to be the person who makes your day just a little bit easier, simply because he just knew what you needed. That kind of intuition, that kind of quiet care, is a sure sign of a very deep and very real love. 9. He integrates you into his inner sanctum. Now, let's talk about something very important. It is what I call the inner sanctum. You see, for many men, their closest friends and their immediate family are like a private club. It is a sacred space. It is his tribe, his people, his world. In the beginning, you might meet them at a party or a quick dinner. But when a man truly loves you, he doesn't just introduce you, he integrates you. He wants your life and his life to become one single story. He becomes genuinely happy when he sees you building your own relationship with his people. Maybe he encourages you to grab a coffee with his sister. Or perhaps he is thrilled when you and his best friend start joking around like old pals. He isn't just fitting you in to his schedule. No, he is making a permanent place for you at the table. He wants you there for the Sunday football games. He wants you there for the Thanksgiving traditions. He wants you to be part of the inner circle. By doing this, he's saying that you are not a guest. You are family. He is building a life with you, not just a lifestyle around you. It is a beautiful sign of commitment. It shows that he sees you in his future every single day for the rest of his life. 10. He supports your personal growth and your dreams. Now, let's move on to number 10. This one is so vital for a healthy, long-term partnership. A man who truly loves you will never, ever feel threatened by your success. In fact, he will be your loudest cheerleader. He will be the person standing in the front row, clapping the hardest. Whether you want to take a new painting class, or maybe you've decided to go back to school to get a new certification, he is right there behind you. He wants the best version of you to flourish. He loves the woman you are today, but he also loves the woman you are becoming. And he doesn't just give you lip service, he puts it into action. If you are busy studying for a big exam, he is the one who picks up the slack at home. He will do the laundry. He will make sure the kitchen is clean. He might even go out and pick up some takeout from your favorite local spot, just so you have one less thing to worry about. He does these things because he views your success as a shared victory, a win for you. It is a win for the team. He wants you to shine. He wants you to reach for the stars. And the most beautiful part? He is the one holding the ladder, making sure you are safe while you climb. That is a man who truly loves you. He isn't looking for someone to stay small so he can feel big. He is looking for a partner who can fly, and he wants to be the wind beneath your wings. 11. He uses we instead of I. Now we have reached point number 11, and this one is fascinating because it happens almost without him even realizing it. It is all about the words he chooses. You see, language is like a window. It is a window into a man's subconscious mind. It tells you exactly how he sees his world and your place in it. When a man is just dating or when he's still keeping one foot out the door, he speaks in terms of I. He says things like, I am going on vacation this summer, or I am thinking about moving to a smaller house in a few years. It is a very singular way of looking at the world. But when a man truly, deeply loves you, his identity begins to shift. His I becomes we. He no longer makes plans in a vacuum. He doesn't see himself as a solo traveler anymore. He sees you as his partner, his companion, his co-pilot. Listen closely the next time he talks about the future. Maybe you are sitting on the porch, having a glass of iced tea, and he starts talking about retirement. He might say, we should really look into that little town in the mountains, or we need to start planning that trip to the coast. When he says we, he is telling you that his heart has already made a decision. He is saying that he cannot imagine a tomorrow that doesn't have you in it. He isn't just making a plan. He is building a life. He is weaving your story into his story. This kind of we-centric thinking is a beautiful sign of a secure and lasting bond. It shows that in his mind, you are already home. 12. He He respects your boundaries and your individuality. Finally, we come to the 12th sign, and in many ways, it is the most important one of all. It is respect. You see, the ultimate sign of love is not just how much he wants to be with you, it is how much he respects the person you are when you are apart. A man who truly loves you understands that you are a whole person. You have your own needs, your own space, your own limits. He doesn't see your boundaries as an obstacle or a threat. He sees them as a part of the woman he admires. He doesn't pressure you to change your values. He doesn't ask you to give up the things that make you happy just to make his life easier. If you tell him you need a girls' night out with your oldest friends, he doesn't pout. He doesn't make you feel guilty. Instead, he tells you to go and have a wonderful time. He might even make sure your car has gas in the tank before you leave. He supports your need to recharge. He knows that sometimes you just need a quiet afternoon alone with a book or a hobby, and he respects that. He doesn't try to crowd you. He doesn't try to control you. He honors your space because your well-being is more important to him than his own convenience. He trusts the strength of your bond enough to let you breathe. This kind of respect is the highest form of love. It shows that he doesn't just want to possess you, he wants to cherish you. And that, my dear, is the foundation of a healthy, happy, and forever kind of partnership. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Finding a partner who shows these 12 signs is a true blessing. It is the kind of love that builds a real home and warms your heart for years to come. If you recognize these traits in the man in your life, please share your story in the comments below. We would love to hear about your experiences. If you found this advice helpful, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us reach more women who are looking for the truth about love and commitment. Always remember, you are worthy of a love that is kind, respectful, and constant. Never settle for anything less than a man who cherishes your soul. Take care of your heart, and I will see you in the next video. God bless you on your journey.